Yo, what's going on guys, it's Abz here and welcome to my first ever video on this channel. On this channel I'll be explaining and discussing lots of characters and stories in our favourite animes. So if you are new to the channel and if you do enjoy the video, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, as there is so much content to come on this channel. And in today's video I'm going to be explaining Kurogiri from My Hero Academia and giving a breakdown of Kurogiri and other bits of information that we know about him. So Kurogiri is a B rank villain and a major supporting antagonist in My Hero Academia, and he is a Nomu created by Dr. Ujiko from the corpse of Oboro Shirakumo to serve and protect Tomura Shigaraki under All for One's command. So the word Kuro means black and Giri means mist, so Kurogiri means black mist basically. So as his name implies, Kurogiri's entire body is made out of a dark purple mist, apart from his eyes, which are glowing yellow, and he normally wears a very elegant suit with a tie and has a metal brace that goes from around his collarbone to just below his eyes. And Kurogiri wears this metal brace around his neck to help defend a vital part of his body that can't generate his protective dark fog. And this neck brace also appears to hold him back from leaking out specific information about the League towards the heroes. So whilst he is in his villain costume, he covers himself in his dark fog, but his metal brace around his neck will always be visible somewhere in the dark purple mist. So let's talk about Kurogiri's quirk. So his quirk is Warp Gate, and this quirk grants him the ability to create and manipulate a dark fog from his head and hands. This fog acts as a portal to another location, and whenever he produces a mass of the dark fog, it transports anything it comes into contact with to a location of Kurogiri's choosing. However, his quirk is coordinate based, so in order to use it, he needs to know the exact location where he is supposed to open the exit portal. So he can't just use the exit portal in the middle of nowhere, it has to be in a coordinate that he knows of. It has to be in an exact location where he knows basically where it is. Kurogiri can also create multiple exit points where the things that touch his fog will emerge, and this was shown when he stops the fight between Tomura, Dabi and Himiko Toga, and each of their hands appear in a different location. So of course his quirk is really useful for the League of Villains, and this usefulness and rarity makes Kurogiri an extremely vital asset to the League of Villains. But his quirk is an artificial quirk made with a combination of several quirks, with Oboro Shirakumo's cloud used as the base factor, but it's unknown how many quirks besides cloud have been used to make Warp Gate. So Shirakumo was also known as Loud Cloud, and he was a student in class 2A at UA High School training to become a pro hero, and he was in the same class as Eraserhead and Present Mike as well. But unfortunately he was killed during a battle with a villain during his hero work studies. But his corpse was recovered by All for One and transformed into a Nomu, who was of course called Kurogiri, to act as Tomura Shigaraki's caretaker. So Oboro's quirk, which basically was the base quirk for Kurogiri's Warp Gate, Oboro's quirk was Cloud, and this granted him the ability to generate clouds, and these clouds are dense enough to be touched and can carry a relatively large amount of weight. Oboro could ride his generated clouds through the air, and he even used them to store objects. And his super move was Cloud Cover, which was basically where Oboro created a small cloud in front of the opponent, temporarily blocking their vision. And while the opponent is distracted, he created larger clouds around himself to hide within. Now what does that remind you of? That reminds me of Kurogiri's Warp Gate. Because even when the Warp Gate is activated, Kurogiri is in there somewhere. But Kurogiri just doesn't have a useful quirk. He also has tactical intellect, and this is seen during his battle against the space hero 13. So what Kurogiri did was he created a portal in front of himself and opened the exit portal behind 13, turning the suction power of her black hole quirk against her, and this resulted in her back being torn and scarred. And Kurogiri knew it would work because he realized that 13 was a rescue hero, and therefore he knew that she lacked combat experience and battlefield awareness. So Kurogiri, he is very smart as well. But in terms of Kurogiri's personality, he has a level-headed personality, and this often serves to ground Tomura Shigaraki's immaturity. So he's basically the caretaker for Shigaraki, and he is intensely loyal to both All For One and Shigaraki, and at the end of the day, Kurogiri is a Nomu, so he is programmed to only obey commands from a select few, and he will remain silent towards any attempt to extract information about the League of Villains from himself. But compared to most villains, Kurogiri is very polite and well spoken even to his enemies, sometimes introducing himself in a formal manner. But just like his fellow villains of the League, he possesses a truly sinister nature. And it remains unknown as to how much of Oboro Shirakumo's personality Kurogiri has retained, and for the most part, Kurogiri does seem unaware or dismissive of his previous identity. So there you have it guys, that's Kurogiri explained. So if you did enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like and comment down below of what you think of Kurogiri and his quirk and everything associated with this character. And as this is my first video, be sure to drop me some feedback below, it'd be very much appreciated, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, it really does mean a lot. Hope you guys have a nice day, and I will catch you on the next one.